Greetings, Somerville High School students and families. Mr. Foley here, and welcome to the 2021 school year. We're looking forward to your return. This year's opening and subsequent school year will look much different than in previous years. We've made a shift from our 9-period, all-day, everyday schedule to a hybrid model. The way our students enter the building, move about the building, exit the building has all been modified to assist everyone in keeping a safe physical distance from each other. It is anything but a traditional year, but your health and your safety always guides us in our planning, and we were very attentive to the guidance that we received from our local and state health and education officials in the creation of our back to school plan. I recently sent home a back to school letter outlining some of the expectations as a result of that guidance we received. As a follow up and in an effort to continue to provide our school community with a clear understanding of what's happening at SHS and what our students are to expect when they return to school, we've put together a presentation that essentially mirrors that back to school letter that I sent out. I hope it will help you in providing additional guidance and a greater understanding of what your school will look like in September. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. So let's get started. Welcome back to school, everyone. So on this slide is a list of topics that were noted in the back to school letter that went out a couple of weeks ago. And it's a table of contents, more or less, and we'll use this as a guide for the following presentation. So let's get started. Let's start with the A-Day, B-Day cohort schedule. So this is a hybrid model cohort schedule, and it was designed to enable our teachers to provide instruction both in person as well as on a virtual platform and do it simultaneously. So you're looking right now at the A-Day cohort schedule, and in real time, if your courses are listed in the A column, you are in the A-Day cohort and will attend school in person on A-Day and log into those same courses from home on B-Day. And you can see the times are there as well, along with the periods. So if your courses are listed in the B column on your schedule, you are in the B-Day cohort and will attend school in person on B-Day and log into those same courses from home on A-Day. Now, students will move through a 6-period day and be dismissed at 11:50 a.m. In some cases, period 8 and period 9, for example, will be used for those students who are scheduled for either a 7th course, a CPR class, a driver's education course, a structured study hall, or if you are attending an extra help session with one of your teachers. But regardless, if a student is virtual or in person, they will follow the same schedule each day. Now, for 100% virtual students, the schedule, it will be the same every day, except that you will have to connect remotely every day for each course. But please be reminded that although your courses are listed in either the A column or B column, you will log into these courses every day. If you request to switch to in-person at the end of the first marking period, you will join either the A-Day cohort or the B-Day cohort, depending on the column in which your courses are listed. So before your child comes to school, we ask that our families please do a screening and check temperatures and make sure that your child is wearing a mask or face covering before they leave your house. If for some reason after you temperature check your child, there is a temperature, please do not send your child to school. And we also ask that you contact the health office to inform that your child is not coming to school. So we also had to make some changes in terms of student entrance into the building. Grade level specific doors, as you can see from this picture right here. Um, they are designated entrances, and they will open at approximately 7:15 each day. These entrances provide structure for our temperature checks and will serve to assist us in maintaining a socially distant start of the school day. So freshmen, they will enter at the gymnasium ramp. Our sophomores will enter the building on the north entrance of Davenport. Those are the doors closest to the health office. Our juniors will enter on the south entrance on Davenport, and our seniors will enter through the auditorium doors, which are located on Orchard Street. Now, as students come up to these doors, they will be randomly selected each day to have their temperatures taken before they enter the building. Those who have a temperature reading at or above 100.4 will be temperature checked a second time just to confirm. And if the second temperature reading is confirmed as being at or above 100.4, then that student will be escorted to the health office for an evaluation by the school nurse, and parents will be contacted as well. So what is the inside of the hallways and the common areas? What are they going to look like? Well, after students enter the building, they will report directly to their period 1 classroom. And all students are expected to adhere to safety precautions that are verbally communicated by SHS staff and or visually communicated through door, wall, and floor signage. We are having one-way hallways. We are having one-way stairwells, and there will be arrows and other visuals posted throughout the building. So we are expecting our students to abide by that signage that is posted in terms of supporting social distancing. So what about our lockers, our water fountains, bathrooms, and are there hand sanitizers? Well, locker usage is discouraged, but locker usage is permitted if students are physically distant from each other while at their lockers. So our students can use their lockers if they need to. In terms of water fountains, we are going to shut down our water fountains. Even our touchless water fountains will be shut down, at least for now. But students may bring a water bottle to school. So water bottles to school are permitted. Hand sanitizer stations will be located throughout the hallways, and they will be also in the common areas. And our students are encouraged to clean their hands prior to reporting to their classrooms, although all the classrooms do indeed have hand sanitizers in them as well. As far as bathroom usage, these bathrooms will be monitored by staff, and our students must swipe their ID cards prior to entering the bathroom. So classroom design, what's it look like inside our classrooms in terms of the design, in terms of the instructional materials, the instructional delivery, and so forth. So now I can speak to each one of these bullets. As far as the design of the classroom, once students are in, they are required to keep their face coverings on in the classrooms throughout the day on campus. So classrooms are no different. They need to have their masks on in the classrooms as well. As I mentioned before, there are hand sanitizers in all the classrooms. These are usually located as soon as students walk through the door. It's located inside the classroom by the door. Desks are spaced center of the desk to center of the desk. They are spaced 6 feet apart, and they are in rows. And students will be asked to disinfect or wipe down their desk when they get to the classroom and when they leave the classroom. And teachers are also being encouraged to leave the windows open up a little bit just to help with some of the airflow within the classroom. Now, what about instructional materials? Well, students must keep their belongings with them at all time. We are strongly discouraging sharing of any type of materials. So that's not something that we would like them to do. So that is being discouraged. In addition, our staff will assist in the daily disinfecting of the high touch equipment or materials or whatever else is located in the classroom. And a lot of that will happen when our students are transitioning from period to period, class to class. They'll wipe some of these materials down that was used previously for the lesson, if applicable. And also the district is minimizing the use of rugs, bean bags, and other types of materials that are difficult to disinfect. So instructional delivery. Our teachers will engage the curriculum that reflects the New Jersey student learning standards. Nothing has changed there. Our teachers will follow the curriculum, whether it's in person or whether it's virtual. Our teachers will hold our students to a high standard, and they will continue to differentiate. They will continue to provide accommodations where appropriate to assist in the diverse learning needs of all of our kids. Now, virtual instruction. So if parents select the all virtual instruction option, as I noted before, students would have to remain in that learning model for the entire quarter or marking period, and then the students can transition back the following marking period into the hybrid model if they so choose. Again, students are expected to follow their schedule every day and be on time. If first period starts at 7:35, they need to log in at 7:35 at that time. Attendance and assessment and grading expectations, everything for our virtual instruction, the expectations are the same for all, in person and virtual. Grading and assessment. All students will receive assessments in person and or virtual. It does not matter. Everyone will receive some form of assessment and that will be ongoing to assist and guide instruction. We're also going to use the Linkit Diagnostic Assessment 3 times this school year. We used it in the spring of last year to help gauge students' readiness and to identify specific needs, specific skills and concepts that our teachers need to focus on to assist those who need a little bit more help in specific skills and concepts. And again, students will be graded As per the Somerville High School grading policy, if you recall, in the spring we transitioned to a pass-fail system during school closure in the spring. We are no longer doing that. We are grading our students as per our grading policy. So please be aware of that. So attendance will be the same as it has been in previous years. All students are required to be on their virtual um, meets. All students will be required for in-person or virtual will be required to be in class on time and are expected to be there, well, every day. So the attendance policy is being followed. All right, on this slide, you will see the Somerset County Vocational and Technical School, an example of a schedule. Now, for those students who are in VOTEC A shop, this is an example of what your schedule will look like. Please be reminded that Somerville High School follows VOTEC's schedule. So if you are in person at VOTEC, you are in person at Somerville High School. If you are virtual at VOTEC, you are virtual at Somerville High School. We follow their schedule. And that is the same for C-Shop students as well. When you are virtual at VOTEC, you are virtual at Somerville High School. When you are in person at VOTEC, you are in person at Somerville High School. So this is just an example of what a schedule would look like. You will also be provided with transportation to and from for both shops. So please don't worry about that. If you have any questions regarding the schedules for VOTEC, you can either contact our counseling department or VOTEC's counseling department. They can provide you with additional information, but we will follow their schedule. So our counseling and mental health related services. So Somerville High School counselors will continue to provide counseling services in both a in-person and in a virtual platform. For in-person counseling sessions, please rest assured that we are following appropriate social distancing practices, and they will all be adhered to. And our students and parents may also access online counseling and mental health resources on the high school website. If you go there and you can access the Counseling Corner link, you can find a lot of very good information there to assist you and guide you with any counseling or mental health related concerns that you have. Or again, for additional resources, simply call the guidance department. On this slide, their number is indicated right there. So counseling services can be accessed whether a student is virtual or in person. So it doesn't matter if you're at home that day on remote learning, you can reach out to your counselor. They are there for you. So we've partnered with our food service provider, Mashios, and all students will have the opportunity to purchase a grab-and-go lunch bag each day at the end of period 6. Students may pay with cash or use contactless payment through their school ID cards and My Schoolbox account. So all services will be provided, like I said, by Mashios, and students who are virtual can come to the school building to come get their lunch if they so choose between 12:20 and 12:56 p.m. And the reason for that time frame is because period 8 is about to start after 12:56 p.m. So we had to end it at that specific time. So for dismissal and leaving campus at 11:50, we do ask that all students exit the campus as promptly as they possibly can, using the closest exit to their period 6 class. There are going to be many students who may want to get and purchase a lunch. They must go directly to the cafeteria and then exit at the door closest to the lunch pickup station. And that may be either the doors located by the ramp or out behind the cafeteria. Those doors can be used as well. There will be staff on duty to help expedite the process. And again, locker usage is permitted but is strongly discouraged. But if our students need to go to the locker, then they may do so. Again, face covering and adhering to all the social distancing protocols is expected throughout the entire dismissal process. So as far as athletics and extracurricular activities, our extracurricular clubs will run. We are going to run some of our clubs as of this date. We're not sure which ones will be running, but we will communicate that to our students as soon as possible. Fall athletics, our outdoor athletic programs will also run, and we have some information here from the NJSIAA as far as play guidelines and COVID-19 protocols. If you have any questions regarding our athletics, please reach out to Mr. Tim Davis, our athletic director. He is located on the second floor, and you can find his email on our website. And we have real-time and policy agreement forms. So when you go to access your child's schedule, we have some policies and handbook agreements and media releases, acceptable use policies. We have all that in there that you have to electronically sign off on. Please read these policies, so you know what the expectations are. And please read that handbook because there's a lot of good information in there. And we did have to add a few things to our handbook based on the circumstances that we are experiencing today. Any portal issues in real time, you can contact the guidance office so they can help you out there. There's their phone number on the bottom of this slide. Well, folks, that's the end of the slide presentation here. I hope it helped you in some ways. So I'm going to sign off for now, but remember, I'm looking forward to a very good year, and we are all in this together, and we will get through it together. Take care.